Do you too? It's your boy Pino checking in, man. Now out here thugging. So I had to make a quick little video. I don't even really know the topic I want to roll with. I'm going to just roll with, no, yeah, I got you. Look, you know, the biggest thing when you come out here on the road is to have a plan. And, you know, you have a plan, sticking to that plan, and you know, there's going to be ups and downs and good, bad, all those things that come with it, but you just got to stick with it. And, you know, eventually things will turn in your favor if you put in the work and you have the appropriate plan. You know, but we have to be talking about something where planning and hard work gets results, not anything where planning and hard work doesn't get results. You know, so I say that just to say, you know, I had a plan when I came here to RTI, and you know, I'm pretty close to finishing everything off the way I would like to. You know what I'm saying? Finishing everything off the way I would like to say. August 10th is the day. But I had a plan when I came here, and the plan was to stick out this 18-month lease and pay this truck off and actually own a truck, which is an amazing thing. You know, even going this route. You know, not the easiest route, you know, a tough route, most definitely a tough route. And it takes a lot to stick it out. What's the most interesting about even this lease, the truck I am currently driving, I didn't even want this truck. I have a 2016 Freightliner, right? I got this truck, I did not even want this truck. I came to RTI, I wanted a Peterbilt. You know, but once I got the orientation, it was interesting because there were only like 4 trucks, and there was like 4 of us, I believe. I know, well, I wanted a Peterbilt. 2 of the guys wanted Volvos, and there was a girl that wanted a Freightliner, but she wanted new. So there was a Peterbilt, there was a Volvo, there's a brand new Freightliner, and then there was this Freightliner in 2016. So with this 2016 Freightliner, the one guy that couldn't get the Volvo, he was like, oh man, you know, I'll just wait, you know, stuff. But I said, nah, man, you can take the Pete if you're willing to drive the Pete. Because we're going to drive a Freightliner. I said, you know, I'll drive this for a little bit, and then I'll come on and get with it, you know. Now, once they get something new in, I'll go get my Peterbilt. So, what ended up basically occurring was, I drove this truck for a couple weeks, and I could have took it back. But I really paid attention to the lease. You know, I talked to a driver who's a bit older than me, you know, and for some advice and some guidance. And he helped me out, man. He helped me out. And he was like, look, man, to tell you the truth, not really a bad deal. Like, 18 months, if you can stick that out, you'll own that truck. You know, after that 18 months, do whatever the hell you want with that truck. You can sell it, trade it in, keep it, you know, whatever the case may be. So I said, it might not be bad, I don't know. But I decided to stick it out with this truck. And right now it's looking like one of the best decisions I could have made, as opposed to signing a 3 to 4 year lease for that Peterbilt. Got an 18-month lease for this. And the reason I say it's one of the best decisions I possibly could have ever made, it just comes down to the truck was under a Penske full maintenance lease, man. Now, I pay into a maintenance account 12 cents a mile, which is a bit high. Is it 12? I don't know. It's 12 or 10. You know, I gotta look. I know I should know this, right? But it's 12 or 10. So I believe it's 10. I don't know. But I'll get back to y'all on that for the exact numbers. But when it came down to it, I said, you know, I'm gonna just rock out with this truck. And don't get me wrong, you know, this truck definitely has had its fair share of repairs. definitely has had its fair share of repairs. But it was under a full maintenance lease, so it kind of saved me. Now, some people say it's a bad deal either way, because when I got this truck, I did not take a picture of the mileage. But I believe when I got this truck, it was at about, it was at like, either like 680,000 miles or somewhere in the 700,000 mile range. Now, we're at 852,000 miles, which is a lot. So you can imagine some of the things that I went through in the process of having this truck. There were multiple repairs, you know. I had multiple breakdowns, you know, a lot of headaches. So what benefited me the most, though, in regards to having all of those headaches, is having a full maintenance lease for Penske, because they done handled everything. They done repaired so many different things. Man, it's like I kind of got a new truck in a sense. Not really, but I mean, there have been so many things in the engine, from fuel injectors to the radiator to, of course, my coolant reservoir to hoses. You name it. Like there's various things that have been changed inside the engine on my truck, because you know, you get up there miles, that's kind of what comes with the territory. So it didn't start off in the best situation or the best circumstance or the most ideal for me initially. It's actually turned into a blessing, which, you know, I love that. I love the fact that I own a piece of equipment, and you know, if I want to overhaul it, that's something I can eventually do. If I want to put a new engine in it, that's something I eventually can do if I prefer, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, so with all that being said, I really just made this video to say, you know, have a plan and stick to it. Because I knew I came here for a lease. And I didn't come here for this truck. That wasn't a part of the plan. But once I got in the truck, I said, okay. I formed a plan around this truck. I said, let's get it done. And I'm almost there. I'm a couple weeks away. You know, it's been a long journey. It's a long journey. This is my 4th year in having my CDL. 4th year, you know. And I've leased 3 times and was a company driver 1 time. I'm probably gonna cut this video off about 10 minutes. So I'll try to get the rest of this out in about 2 minutes. I ain't trying to drag this out for too long. When I first started my truck career, I leased. Alright, I leased at Prime 8. Good experience. I made good money. Really wasn't the best decision to leave that situation for the situation I left it for. But I kind of let a friend convince me to try something, and it wasn't what I wanted. And when I tried to go back to Prime, they weren't hiring. The unfortunate part, right? But I did complete my lease there. Cause I got when I leased at Prime, I got a year lease because I didn't know if I would like lease or whatever. So I didn't want to sign up for anything too long. I left Prime eventually, right? Left there with Snyder. Company driver, hated it. Never again. Not on that company driver account that I had. Left there with the Dart. Terrible. Ran the spot market. That was 2019. Left Prime 2019. With the Snyder 2019. Ran Dart 2019. Ran the spot market. Terrible rates 2019. I mean, absolutely dreadful. And getting 65% really wasn't better. And I really only was able to use Convoy and Uber Freight. And eventually I couldn't use Uber Freight anymore. I mean, not Uber Freight anymore. I was able to use Uber Freight, but not Convoy anymore. Things eventually opened up, but the rates were still trash. And me and Dart, it wasn't working, man. I was losing everything. Paying my rent late, struggling, you know. Not Dart's fault because I was running the spot market. It's the spot market rates fault. And I was struggling. But you know, then I got here and I had good times, bad times, but overall I'm close to the promised land. So it's been 10 minutes. Took up a little of your time, man. It's a little story time. I'm gonna try to go in more depth about certain things that occurred in my life, or about in my trucking career. And if you guys have any questions or want me to speak on anything in depth, just let me know. But either way it goes, Pino, check it out.